Volume, so critical.
Okay.
For many different reasons. Volume is the lifeblood of your voice. Volume carries all the other foundations you're about to learn. Volume carries the melody. Volume carries the rate of speech. It carries everything, right? And again, I think of it as having a scale from 1 to 10. And a lot of the times, like what you just did, people are around a 3, a 4, and they stay around there. When you use volume, there's 2 ways to auditorily highlight something with volume. Volume's fascinating because with rate of speech, you slow down. But with volume, to highlight something, you could go very quiet.
Okay.
So if all of a sudden I wanted to say something scary, I could lower my volume and say it. But then all of a sudden, notice what happens if I just stay here now. What started as a great verbal highlight now just kind of doesn't seem effective anymore. Because if you make something default, it becomes non-functional.
And what signals I'm not a confident person? What side of the scale?
The lower scale.
Okay.
On volume.
Okay.
Because that's one of the default shy behaviors that a lot of people exhibit.
And what about leaders? Where do they land on the scale?
Depends if they're self-aware.
Right.
Sometimes if they're not self-aware, they can be on the higher end. And that's, you just have someone come across as a little arrogant. Sometimes there's just too much volume. Because too much volume without the other foundations, now you come across arrogant. So again, if I give this back to you, and again, just for fun, like I want you to go loud. I want people to hear outside of this studio what we're doing.
Oh,
right?
fuck.
So just have a go and give me a whisper too. At some point, give me a whisper too.
Now, if you know what you're worth, go out and get it. Go out and get what you're worth. But you have to be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that. And that ain't you.
Yeah.
You're better than that.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
What you just did made me feel. Why did I feel? What is a voice? A voice is a series of vibrations. So you just sent vibrations my way that made me feel. That's why we say people have good vibes, right? We understand it's happening, but we don't understand at that kind of frequency level, at the vibration level. But it's happening at a physical level, where depending on how you use your voice, you're genuinely moving people quite physically.
We did rate of speech, we did volume, we did the
Pitch and
melody.
Yeah.